Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman here for the Strat-O-Matic Network, and we've got a ball game from our 1962 replay. It's the first ever regular season game for the brand spanking new expansion New York Mets. It's going to be New York at St. Louis. Roger Craig pitching for New York, and Larry Jackson for St. Louis. Exact lineups being used. Let's look at our opening lineups here. Programming note, I have something I have to do other than Strat-O-Matic, and if this game continues, which I expect it will, to 8:15 a.m., I'll need to jump in the shower and get ready. I am the quickest person to get ready, and I'll either pause this game, take a break, and get going. It's also possible I'm interrupted by a phone call, but we'll do the best we can. Leading off of the Mets is Richie Ashburn in center field. Batting second, Felix Mantilla at short. Batting third, Charlie Neal at second base. The cleanup hitter is Frank Thomas in left. He's a 5 in left field. Batting fifth, Gus Bell in right field. He played for Milwaukee, and he was traded from the Mets. Batting sixth, Gil Hodges at first base. Batting seventh at third base, Don Zimmer. Batting eighth and catching, Hobie Landreth. And pitching, he only had 45 at-bats, but he started this game. He's got a card. Roger Craig, the pitcher. He was 10-24 with a 4.51 ERA. It's a one-game series. After this game, the Mets go to the Polo Grounds for their opener. For the St. Louis Cardinals, good morning, Brian. Curt Flood in center, leading off. Batting second at second base, Julian Javier. Batting third at first base, still in his prime, Bill White. Batting fourth, it's Stan the Man Musial in right field. He's a 4. Batting fifth, Ken Boyer at third base. Batting sixth, veteran Minnie Minoso in left field. Batting seventh and catching, Gene Oliver. Batting eighth at short, Julio Gauthier. And the pitcher batting ninth, Larry Jackson, a right-hander. So history is about to be made. The coffee is brewing. And in about a minute, we expect the Cardinals to take the field. We're at Sportsman's Park. It was called, or the name was changed, I believe, to Bush Memorial. And it was the first incarnation of a Bush Memorial Stadium. And the Cardinals take the field. Larry Jackson on the mound. The Cardinals won this one 11-4. And leading it off for the Mets is Richie Ashburn, left-handed hitter. Ashburn and Thomas probably the only decent players, although Thomas is a 5 in left field. Ashburn hit .306, 389 at-bats, walked 81 times. Here's Ashburn now. Jackson is ready. The wind-up, the pitch to Ashburn. That's 3-7, right-handed, walked him. So Ashburn is on. First base runner in Met history for the Mets. Ashburn 1-15, 1-12, not being held. And here's Felix Mantilla, a .275 hitter. Not bad, although he's not good in the field. Jackson from the stretch. The pitch to Mantilla. That's 2-9, right-handed, grounds it to short. Gote to Javier at second, and then over to White at first for the double play. It was a 2-9 right-hander. Everything is a first here today. First double play that the Mets hit into. Here's Charlie Neal, 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch from Jackson. 4-11, right-handed, grounds it to second. Javier has it, and he throws it to White, and the side is retired. It's no runs, no hits. The leadoff walk to Ashburn, and none left on. After a half, it's New York Mets nothing. St. Louis coming up. Here's Roger Craig on the mound for the Mets. Again, the Mets lost this one 11-4. I think they lost something like their first 13 games. I'm not going to start to look into it now. If anyone knows, feel free to share. Here's Craig facing Flood now. And the pitch for 4, that's a ballpark slash. In St. Louis, it's a 15. Oh, Lord. Right-hander slashed. Oh, it's a base hit. Goes through. Pretty slick infield there. And Flood is on. Flood not being held. Here's Julian. He's not bunting. 6-3, right-handed, ballpark blast. Oh, Lord, and he has the power, but it's a 16 in St. Louis. Whoa, it's a long fly to left. Caught by Frank Thomas, 1 out. It could be. But they've got good hitting with some people. Ashburn, Mantilla hit in the 270s. Thomas. Here's Bill White. 1 out, Flood on first. Pitch from Craig, 5-6, left-handed, struck him out. 2 down. And here's Stan Musial. Can you believe we have Stan the man? He is a 4 out in left field. We'll have to get used to replacing him in late innings when they're winning. Here's the pitch to Musial. 1-6. Double 1 to 4. It's a base hit by Musial. Flood rounds second, goes to third. So the Cardinals have first and third 2 outs, and Ken Boyer in a clutch situation. I would say, Brian, I would say. Here's the pitch from Craig. 1-5, struck him out. And Roger Craig throws the first scoreless inning for a New York Mets pitcher. Everything is a first today. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on after 1. Scoreless game. In real world, the Cards scored 2 in the bottom of the first. We're using exact lineups. They scored 3 in the bottom of the third. Mets scored 2 in the top of the third. 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. It goes on. The final was 11-4. Cards scored 4 in the bottom of the sixth. So it was a sort of an unfolding rout. Although the Mets got some hits in the ball game. We're going to get some coffee here. Oh! Oh, that's good water. Okay, Jackson is ready. Leading it off for the Mets is Frank Thomas. 34 home runs. '94 knocked in, so one of the premier hitters on this team. Here's Jackson now. The pitch to Thomas. That's 1-8, and he struck him out. One down. Now Gus Spell. I believe this Gus Spell ended up on the Pilots. I could be wrong. Oh, that's good coffee. Jackson into his windup. The pitch to Bell, 2-7. Fly ball center. Flood is there, 2 outs. And now Gil Hodges, the veteran. Who would have known that he'd be managing this team 7 years later and would take them all the way? His first year managing was 68. He came from the Senators where he was managing. Okay, 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch to Hodges. 2-11, grounds it to first. Bill White takes it to the bag. A 1-2-3 inning for Jackson. I wonder if this is the same Larry Jackson who played for the Phillies. He died in 1990. He did play for the Phillies, the 64 Phillies. His last year was 68. Okay, so he's not in the 69 replay. He had a pretty long career. 10 years. Okay, Craig comes out. He allowed 2 singles, left him on in the first. Minnie Minoso, the veteran, leads it off for the Cards. That's 5-10 right-handed, grounds it to third X, our first X today. Here's where the Mets can get into trouble, but Zimmer's a 326, not bad. Not good. 326, 8-3. He gets 2 at Zimmer on a G3, 6-10-11. And he boots it. So there's your first error, the first of what may be many this season. An error by Zimmer. Minoso is on. Mets made 3 errors in this game. Minoso being held. He's a 1-20, 1-15, 1-13 being held. Here's Gene Oliver now. Okay, Craig now from the stretch. The pitch to Oliver. That's 2-9, right-handed, struck him out. That's the third for Roger Craig today. One down, Minoso on first. Here's Julio Gauthier. Craig from the stretch. 4-11, right-handed, ballpark slash. That's a 1. That's going to go through for a base hit. First and second one out. Here's Larry Jackson. Jackson, a B bunter. We'll let him hit away. 3-7, grounds it to second. The infield was back. And it's a double play. Wow, nice play by Charlie Neal at second. The side is retired, no runs. One hit, the error by Zimmer, and one left on after two. It's scoreless. Here's Jackson now. Leading it off is Zimmer. The wind-up, the pitch from Jackson. That's 4-4 right-handed, grounds it to third X. Ken Boyer, 222, he's not a 1 yet. 3-2, it's a G3, he gets to it, 6-11-14. Oh, and he boots it. An error by Ken Boyer. Both third basemen have made errors. Zimmer is on. And Hobie Landreth is the batter. Craig comes out on deck. Craig pitched 3 innings, allowed 5 earned runs in this game in real world. Here's Landreth, left-handed hitter. The pitch from Jackson. 6-8, left-handed, grounds it to second. It's Julian, steps on the bag, throws to first, double play. That's the second double play for the Cardinals. Mets have 1, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Craig. Jackson into his windup, the pitch to Craig. 3-4, grounds it back to Jackson. He throws it to White, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits again. The error and none left on after the double play. We're moving to the bottom of the third. It's scoreless. Here's Craig to pitch to the Cards. Bottom of the third, top of the order. Flood leads it off. Oh, that's good coffee. Whoa. Flood singled left on in the first. Here's Craig. And the pitch. That's 3-4. Grounds it back to Craig. He fields it and throws to Hodges. 1 out. Now Julian Javier. We got Casey Stengel in the bullpen, managing these Mets. Here's Craig. The pitch to Javier. That's 5-11, right-handed, grounds to first X. And Hodges still at 225. How do you like that? Pretty good. .225, 14-2 gets to it, Hodges. 4-8-10, E22. E25, I'm sorry. And that's a 14. He boots it. Oh, my. Second error for the Mets. Julian is on. Not being held. Here's Bill White. Craig, a -5 quotient. He's got a good move. Here's Craig, the pitch to White. 4-3, left-handed, fly ball right X. Whoa, be careful. Bell, he's a 3-5. That's not too bad. .35, 13-3 gets to it, F2. Bell, E5, 6-11-12. He makes the catch. And Javier holds. 2 outs. And here's Stan the Man. Really remarkable to think of him They used to say it was a joke that JFK is too young to run, Musial is too old to run. My mother used to always tell me about that. 2 outs, Julian on first. The pitch from Craig. That's 1-4 right-handed. Hit deep by Stan, and it's gone. A 2-run home run by Stan the man. And the Cardinals take a 2-0 lead. One of the greatest hitters who ever played. The run, Javier, is an unearned run. And Stan the Man Musial, the first home run hit against the Mets. Everything is a first today for the Mets. And Musial's first home run of the season, as this is the opener for both clubs. Let's look at it again. 1-4. Home run clean. Boy, he has some good power there. He did hit 19 in 433 at-bats. So it's 2-0 Cardinals. And here's Ken Boyer. 2 outs, nobody on. That was a clutch home run. Absolutely, Kathy. It'll be a fun season for the Mets. Here's Craig. The pitch to Boyer. That's 6-8, right-handed, walked him. So Ken Boyer on first with 2 outs. Not being held, and Minnie Minoso, the batter, reached on the error and was left on in the second. Here's the pitch from Craig. 2-7, right-handed, struck him out. 4th strikeout for Craig. The side is retired, but there were 2 runs. On the 2-run home run by Musial, we've gone 3. It's 2-0 St. Louis in our 1962 replay. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Oh, that's good coffee. Whoa. Good coffee. Greetings, Jeffrey Guterman back here at Busch Stadium. 2-0 Cards. Opener for both clubs here. And the first ever regular season game for the expansion New York Mets. Jackson on the mound. He's thrown 3 scoreless, and Ashburn comes up. He walked and was doubled up in the first. Here's Jackson now. Pitch to Ashburn, 2-8. Grounds it to short. Gotay has it and throws to White, 1 away. Now Felix Mantilla, who grounded into a double play, 0 for 1. Three-seven, right-handed. There's the first hit for the New York Mets, a base hit to left for Mantilla. And he is a .275 hitter. Mantilla is on, not being held. And Charlie Neal, the tying run at the plate. He has end power. Jackson now from the stretch. The pitch to Neal. That's 5-7, right-handed, grounds to second X. Julian, 320. He was not yet a 2. .327.3. He gets 2 at G3 pound. I don't believe anyone's being held. No. 6-9-10. E20. It's going to be a G3 runner on first, and he will advance Mantilla to second as Julian throws Neal out. 2 away. And Frank Thomas, the tying run, in a clutch situation. He's got power. He's got clutch reversals too. 2 of them in the 3 column. Here's Jackson. That's 5-6, right-handed, grounds it to short. Gotay has it, throws to White, and the side is retired. No runs, the first hit for the New York Mets in history. It was Mantilla's single left on base. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th. Craig. Gene Oliver is the batter. Oliver struck out in the second by Craig. Here's the pitch to Oliver. 5-6, right-handed, grounds it to short for Mantilla. Over to Hodges, 1 away, and Craig has pitched more than he did in real world in this game. He pitched 3 innings in real world and allowed 5 runs. So he's faring a bit better here. I'd say a lot better. Here's Craig and the pitch to Gotay. 3-9, right-handed, grounds it to short again, Mantilla. And it's 2 away. And here's Larry Jackson. That's 6-6, right-handed. Oh, it's a double 1-8 base hit, Jackson. A 2-out single by the pitcher, Larry Jackson. Kurt Flood, the batter. Flood 1 for 2. 4-9, right-handed, grounds it to short X Mantilla. Now he's a 434 at short. He gets 2 at G2, but he's an E34. 6-9-11. And he throws him out. Nice play by Mantilla. He had 3 ground balls this inning. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We move to the top of the 5th. Larry Jackson on the mound. Leading it off is Gus Bell, left-handed hitter. He can't hit lefties, but he's facing Jackson, a right-hander. There's the pitch, 2-8, right-handed. Fly ball left field for Minoso. 1 out. And now Gil Hodges, the veteran. Jackson winds and deals. That's 6-8, right-handed, grounder to short. A lot of ground balls to short today. Gote has it, throws him out, 2 away. And Don Zimmer, the batter, he reached on the error by Boyer at third and was doubled up. Three-7, single 1 to 4. Lines it to third, and it's caught by Boyer. A 1-2-3 for Larry Jackson. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th. Roger Craig in his 5th inning. He's allowed 2 runs in 4 on the 2-run home run by Musial. And we have JC for the Mets. Julian 0 for 2. Reached on an error and scored on the home run by Stan the Man. Here's the pitch from Craig. That's 5-10, right-handed, grounded to third. Zimmer, again, 326. He's made 1 error. .326, 16-3. Zimmer gets it on a G1. 5-7-9. And he throws him out. Nice play by Zimmer, 1 away. Now Bill White. Craig gets the sign from Landreth. The windup, the pitch to White. 1-5, and it's a fly ball to right field. Playable by Bell. He makes the catch. White is 0 for 3 today. Here's Stan the Man, 2 for 2, singled left on, and then a 2-run home run in the 3rd. 2-8, pops it up to second. And Neal, Charlie Neal makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Roger Craig. After 5 2-0 Cards, Mets still in this game. Both pitchers, 1-2-3 innings in the 5th. A programming situation. I have to go out and do something in real world. It's a positive event. And it's this morning. I'm not sure what time, but when we hit 8 a.m., I'm going to jump in the shower, regardless of where we are in this game. It's possible it could be done. And then we'll just resume it after my shower. Here's Larry Jackson. I think that would be a first that I took a shower during a game. Here's Hobie Landreth. I take quick showers. Jackson on the mound, shutting out the Mets. He's allowed 1 hit and a walk. The pitch to Landreth, 5-7 left-handed, grounds to second X for Julian. 320. You play long enough, you'll do just about everything. Julian 320, that's 7-3, G3 pound. E20, 468, and he throws him out. Landreth is retired. Craig will hit. Craig, a 1 WR. Bounced back to Jackson in the 3rd. Here's the pitch from Jackson. 3-9, grounder to third. Boyer has it, throws him out, 2 away. And here's Richie Ashburn. Left-handed hitter, walked and grounded out. Here's Jackson. The pitch to Ashburn, 3-5. That's single 1 to 11. Oh, that is a re-roll. Oh, Lord. We call it a foul ball. It's got to be flat. Pitch to Ashburn, that's 3-7. That's flat. He walked him. Second walk drawn by Ashburn. He's on first. Not being held, Felix Mantilla. 1 for 2 today. And the pitch. 1-7, right-handed, grounds it to second for Javier, and he throws it to White at first. The side is retired. No runs, no hits for the Mets. The walk to Ashburn left on. Middle of the 6th. It's a pretty quick ball game for a broadcast game. Here's Craig now in his 6th inning. His first endurance is the 7th. Jackson's is the 8th. Ken Boyer to lead it off. Here's Craig. And the pitch to Boyer. That is 5-3, right-handed, grounds it back to Craig X. He's a 1. Whoa, 124. Good range. 124, 4-1 gets to it. G3, 3-6-7. 24, and he throws him out. Boyer is retired. Nice play by Craig. And here's Minnie Minoso, the veteran. Minoso 0 for 2. Reached on an error and left on base. Pitch from Craig. That is 2-6, right-handed, grounds it to short. Mantilla has it, 2 away. And Gene Oliver comes up. Landrum came in to play right field for the Cardinals in this game. At the end of it, I don't know exactly when. Keep that in mind. Here's Craig. Pitch to Oliver, 3-7, right-handed, double 1 to 7. It drops in, and Oliver is on with a 2-out double. Here is Dal Maxville, by the way. He was on this team. He played a bit. I'm looking for that player, and I don't see him. Interesting. Don Landrum started with the Cubs. Yeah, okay, that's why. I have a do-it-now philosophy. Since I know it, we're going to pull him. Because we know he's playing on the Cards at this point in the season. Here's Cal Kuntz. This is from the Cubs. There's Landrum. And he's a 3. Okay. They bring him in at the end of the game with a lead. We'll see, by the way, if Larry Jackson can hold the lead. Julio Gauthier comes up, clutch situation. Oliver on second, 2 outs. Here's Craig now. And the pitch to Gauthier. That is 3-5, right-handed, chops it to short. Mantilla fields it and throws Gauthier out. So Craig pitching pretty good baseball. He made a mistake on the pitch to Musial for the 2-run home run, but no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've gone 6. It's 2-0 Cards. Here's Jackson. Big Cat says they better win. I think I'm going to take the shower during the 7th inning stretch, get it over with. Here's Jackson now. The pitch to Neal. Or maybe I won't. 6-5 right-handed and home run 1-7. Oh, that's a re-roll. Look at that. Foul ball. And Neal has end power. Jackson, the windup, the pitch to Neal. That's 1-8, right-handed, base hit Neal. Neal is on, 2nd hit for the Mets today, 2nd hit for the Mets in franchise history. Neal on first, not being held. And Frank Thomas with power, the tying run at the plate. Okay, Jackson now from the stretch. The pitch to Thomas. That's 4-10, right-handed, catcher X. Oliver, 3-4. Nine, 3. It looks like it's a pass ball. 6-12, 16. Oliver, E4. Oh, it's an error. Oh my. It's a PFE1. He drops a foul pop-up for an error. Play resumes. That's better than a pass ball. But we're going to charge the error to St. Louis. Full count on Thomas now. Here's Jackson. And the pitch to Thomas. 5-5, right-handed, grounder to short man T. I'm sorry, Gote, 440. That happens sometimes. Gote, 440 at short. That's 1-4. S2 base hit. Gote, 368, E40. It is a single, an S2, and Neal goes to 3rd. Thomas with the base hit. 1st and 3rd, no outs. Infield is in. Gus Bell at the plate. Here's, oh shit, I'm so sorry, folks. I pick up on it eventually when I'm crooked. I try to keep things straight. There we go. Okay, Jackson, infield in. Here's the pitch to Bell. And by the way, Jackson's first endurance is next inning. Here's the pitch, 3-7, right-handed, single 1-14. Oh, it's a 16. Line to second, caught by Julian. 1 out. Nice play by Julian. It was a 3-7, right-handed. 1 out, 1st and 3rd. Infield back now for Hodges. Here's Jackson. And the pitch. 4-4, right-handed, grounder to 3rd X. Boyer, 222. This could be a double. The infield was back, 7-2. It's a no, it's a G2. Could score a run. 5-10-12. Boyer, E22. Oh, he boots it. Boyer with the error. Oh my, G2, E1. Neal scores the first run in Mets history. No run batted in. Thomas goes to 2nd. 5, 10, 12, E22. It was an G2, E1. First and second one out. Here's Zimmer now. If Zimmer is retired, that's an unearned run. Here's the pitch to Jackson. 3-4. Oh, Lord. It's hit well into the gap by Zimmer for a double. Thomas scores. It's a tie game. Hodges to third. Let's see if he'll stretch it. 3-4, right-handed, double. Hodges rounding. His speed is not so great. 1-11, 1-12. That was hit to center. 1-12, 1-11. We're going to bring him home. And he's safe. Hodges slides in. The Mets take a 3-2 lead. That's an unearned run. Oh my, Zimmer with the big bases, no, 2-run double. There was no RBI on that error. It's 3-2 Mets. Zimmer. Wow, he had pretty good speed, Zimmer, 1-14. Here's Hobie Landreth. Zimmer on second, 1 out. The pitch from Jackson. 6-3, left-handed. Oh, it's a ballpark blast by Landreth, and he's got the power. Oh my, this would be wild. 13, left-handed in St. Louis. And it's gone. Oh, nope. It is gone. A 2-run home run by Landreth, and that's going to be it for Jackson, even though he's due up next inning. A first home run for the Mets in history. Landreth had 1 in real world. He only had 45 at-bats. How do you like that? Hobie Landreth. Let's look at it again. Mets, and it's 5 runs allowed, one of them unearned by Jackson. He would have fatigue. We're not even going to let him pitch to Craig. It's 5-2 Mets. It was a 6-3 left-handed, and I don't like to take a pitcher out when a pitcher's due up next, but that's just the way it goes. It was a ballpark blast left-handed in St. Louis. The dice are being very kind to the Mets. Absolutely, Kathy. In St. Louis, left-handed 1-14, so that right field wall must not be too far. And Jackson is knocked out of the box, and Craig is due up next. Jackson pitched 6 1/3 innings. Loser of record, Craig the winner. Jackson allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, 4 of them in this inning. He walked 2, struck out 1, and has allowed 4 earned, 1 unearned, and that's, we can close him out. Let's see who's coming in to pitch to Craig, and then there'll be a hitter for this batter. It will be Lindy McDaniel. Lindy McDaniel. Send that ball to Cooperstown. Already done, Kathy. It's on the way. Lindy McDaniel, the right-hander, +2. Taking his warm-ups. Just taking a look to see who the Cards used. Jackson went all the way in real world for the win. Sadecki pitched in relief. We might bring Sadecki in after the pinch hitter. Broglio, who was traded for Brock, came in. We could use him, we'll see. But for now, it's McDaniel facing Craig. What a ball game. Okay, 1 out still. Can you believe it? It's just 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch now to Craig. That's 3-9, grounds it to third for Boyer, 1 out. Two outs, I'm sorry. And now Ashburn. Walked twice and grounded out. Landreth with the big home run. Here's McDaniel. 6-6, left-handed, struck him out. Ashburn is struck out. The side is retired, but there were 5 runs on 4 hits, an error. Big error by Boyer. And none left on, which is quite a nice inning there for the Mets. It's 5-2. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Roger Craig, the winner of record, and there'll be a hitter here. Let's see who it's going to be. We will bring, Sadecki's not good. He's got a 5-point-something ERA. Wow. We'll bring in Broglio, who did relieve in like game 2 or something. Broglio, a right-hander. They thought so well of him that they traded him for Lou Brock. Broglio taking his warm-ups. Let's see who's hitting. Now, don't count these Cardinals out. This is Craig's first endurance inning. The batter will be Red Schoendienst. Can you believe he was still playing? Holy cow. Red Schoendienst had 143 at-bats. We're glad to use him. Oh, Lord. Okay, here's Schoendienst. Steps in the batter's box, switch hitter, batting left against Craig. Flood on deck. Cards down by 3, bottom of the 7th. The pitch to Schoendienst. That's 3-11, right-handed, ballpark slash for Schoendienst. It's 20, though. St. Louis, batting left-handed. Oh, it's lined to second and caught by Neal. 1 out. Nice defense. Top of the order, Curt Flood. This would change the trajectory a bit if the Mets win rather than lose their opener. Their first game ever. Here's the pitch to Flood. That's 2-6, right-handed. Single 1 to 15 goes through to left field. Second hit for Flood. Not being held. Now Julian Javier. Craig from the stretch and the pitch. That's 5-4, right-handed. Catcher X. Whoa, Landreth, Hobie, a 4-9. This could be a problem. Four 9, 13-4. It could be a passed ball. PF. We had an error last time of the drop pop-up, which is actually better than a passed ball. Foul pop-up. Hobie. E9. That's 4-8-10. It's going to be a pass ball. PF. It gets past the catcher for a gets past Landreth for the passed ball. So Flood on second, and now it's a 2-2 count on Julian. Here's Craig. Julian is 0 for 3, reached on an error, scored. And the pitch, 4-7, right-handed, struck him out. Oh, Craig looking good here. Now, 5th strikeout for Craig, 2 away. And Bill White, the batter. White is 0 for 3. Clutch situation. The pitch from Craig. That's 3-2, right-handed. It's a clutch reversal. Oh, for White, popped up to second, and Neal makes the catch. We'll look at it again. Read it and weep, Cardinal fans. It was a clutch reversal, 3-2, 2 outs, runner on second, and that's a clutch reverse to a pop out. It's, I think, the only play Strat-O-Matic has where they don't tell you where it's popped out, so I typically go the first or second against the left-handed hitter. The side is retired. Craig with full endurance. Maintains full endurance. It's 5-2. We're heading to the 8th. Ernie Broglio. Coming into pitch. Broglio, -2 quotient. And he's ready. Top of the 8th for the Mets, Felix Mantilla. 1 for 3 today. Broglio is ready. Here's the pitch to Mantilla. 6-8, right-handed, walked him. So Mantilla is on. 1-15, 1-13, not being held. Here's Neal. Neal 1 for 3. .38, right-handed, hit deep by Neal. It's gone, Kathy Harden. A 2-run home run for Charlie Neal to make it a 7-2 ball game. Oh my. Oh my. It's an alternate history, folks. The New York Mets are leading 7-2. Charlie Neal with the home run. He had 11 in 508. That's nothing to sneeze at, unless you got an allergy or something. 3-8 right-handed. Home run 1-6, and it was a 5. Now here's Frank Thomas. No outs, nobody on. What a game. The pitch from Broglio. That's 6-10. Right-handed, ballpark slash. It's a 1, it goes through. Broglio having his problems. It's an alternate reality. Gus Bell, the batter. Thomas on first, no outs. Not being held. Here's Broglio. The pitch to Bell. That's 4-2, left-handed. Grounds it to first. White steps on the bag, throws it to first, double play. So it's 2 outs, nobody on. For Gil Hodges, who's 0 for 3, reached on an error and scored. .611, right-handed. That's a slash. 16. I don't know if that's going through right-handed. Yes, it is. A base hit. So they're hitting Broglio here in the 8th. Zimmer, the batter. Whoa, 6-4 right-handed, grounds it to third X. Boyer, 222. Oh, it's a 1-2, S1 base hit. 456, E22. It's an S1 single. And that's going to be it for Ernie. Just for realism's sake, he has not reached his fatigue, of course. That's it for Ernie now. With Landreth coming up first and second, 2 outs. Broglio pitched 2/3 of an inning. 3 hits, walked 1, has allowed 2 thus far. Let's see who's coming in. It's 7-2 Mets. Don Ferraris coming in. He'll be the 4th pitcher for the Cards. He is a left-hander. -3 is pretty good. Okay, Ferraris, 2 outs, first and second. See if he can get Landreth. Good morning, JD. Okay, Ferraris now. The pitch to Landreth. That's 4-2. Left-handed, walked him. The bases are loaded for the Mets. And Roger Craig, the batter, he's gone all the way, by the way. Of course he's gone all the way. JD for the Mets. The pitch to Craig, 6-3, right-handed. Flies to left X. Minoso, 3-7. See if Minoso can get this. 3-7, 18-3. He gets it to it in F3. E7. 4-8-10. And he makes the catch. The side is retired. But 2 more runs for the New York Mets on their second home run of the season. This one by Charlie Neal. And we're in the middle of the 8th. It's a 7-2 ball game. Here comes Roger Craig to pitch the bottom of the 8th. Stan the Man Musial leading it off. Stan is 2 for 3, Stan. Singled, hit a 2-run home run. Here's Craig now. Second endurance inning, full endurance. Pitch to Musial, 1-4. Oh, Lord, he did it again. A long drive to right field, over the fence. His second home run of the ball game. He hit the 1-4 in the 3rd inning. And he's knocked in all the runs for the Cardinals. It was a 1-4 right-handed. There it is again. He had 19 in real world. He hit 2 in this game. Now Ken Boyer, 7-3 ball game. Action in the Mets bullpen. Here's Craig. Pitch to Boyer, 6-5 right-handed. There's an end home run. Boyer has the power. Back-to-back home runs for the Cardinals. And for realism's sake, we're going to take him out, even though he has one more hit left for his endurance. A home run by Boyer, his first of the season. Boyer had 24. It was a 6-5 right-handed, hit the juicy part for Craig. And home run has the power 1-12. It was a 4, Kathy Harden. And with Minoso coming up, there'll be a new pitcher, Casey Stengel, coming out. And that's going to be it for Craig, who pitched good baseball until here in the 8th. 7 full innings. 8 hits. He allowed 3 home runs. He walked 1, struck out 5, and we can close him out now. 3 earned, 1 unearned. Let's see who's coming in. Moorhead, Mulford, and Labine pitched in this game in real world. We may not use them if they have a better closer. It's Bob Moorhead. Look at Miller, 10.17 ERA. Vinegar Ben Mizell, 6.63 ERA. Willard Hunter, 6.65 ERA. My Lord. Ken McKenzie, a 4.95 ERA. And Ray Daviault, a 6.22 ERA. We're going to bring in, they got a lot of players on this roster. Minoso, right-hander. We're going to bring in Moorhead. The best they got from what I can tell. Moorhead relieved in this game in real world. He's a right-hander. +4. He's trying to get the save. In his stint in real world, he pitched 3 innings, allowed 2 runs. So he's taking his warm-ups. He's ready now. No outs, nobody on after back-to-back home runs by Musial and Boyer. Here's Minoso. 7-4 game. This is far from over. Minnie the Moocher. Here's the pitch from, was that his nickname? Here's the pitch, 1-7, fly to center. Ashburn under it, 1 away. Now Gene Oliver is the batter. What a game. .49 right-handed, base hit to right, off Moorhead. Oliver is on, 1-14, 1-18, being held 1-16. And here's Julio Gauthier. There would be a hitter for Ferraris if he comes up. The pitch from Moorhead. That's 6-6, right-handed, double 1-3. It's a base hit. First and third one out. There's going to be a hitter for Ferraris. Let's see who it's going to be. First and third one out. It's going to be Don Landrum. Don Landrum, who was traded to the Cubs later in the season. He's a left-handed hitter, Landrum. We have a Landrith and a Landrum. Here's Landrum, pinch hitting. First and third, one out. Here's Moorhead now. The pitch to Landrum. Infield back. 1-8. Struck him out. 2 down. Moorhead trying to get out of this. The batter is Kurt Flood, clutch situation. First and third, 2 down. 7-4 Mets. Moorhead gets the sign from Landreth. Here's the pitch to Flood. 1-7, right-handed, grounder to short. The infield, it's 2 outs. Mantilla fields it and throws it to Hodges, and the side is retired. Moorhead gets out of that. There were 2 runs, though, on back-to-back home runs to start the inning off by Musial and Boyer. We're heading to the 9th, and there's a new pitcher for the Mets. For the Cardinals, I'm sorry. A new pitcher. They really don't have much good relief pitching. I tell you, Simmons is a reliever. I'm going to just take a quick peek to see who they've used. Still getting used to these teams. Sadecki came in, but he's got an ERA over 5. We'll use him if we have to. They are down by 3. Gibson starts their 3rd game or so. He can relieve also. Sadecki came in again. We'll use Sadecki. That's what we'll do. 5.54 ERA. Principally a starter. Sadecki is the 5th pitcher for the Mets. He's a left-hander. 0 hold. Here's Sadecki now. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th for the Cardinals, it'll be Julian, White, and Musial. Mets lead 7-4. Here's Ashburn now. Facing Sadecki. Ashburn 0 for 2, walked twice today. Here's the pitch, 4-3, left-handed, flies it to right X. Oh, it's Musial, 4-6, but they're losing. We're keeping his bat in the lineup. 4-6, 13-4. He gets to it, Musial, on an F1. Musial E6. When he gets it, to it, he's good. 5-9, 11. And he makes the catch. 1 away. Ashburn retired. And here's Mantilla. 1 for 3 today. Walked and scored. Sadecki, left-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch to Mantilla. That's 1-9. Grounds it to second. And Julian throws to Bill White. 2 outs. And here's Charlie Neal. 2 for 4 today. Singled, scored, and then the 2-run home run. The windup by Sadecki and the pitch to Neal. That's 2-9, left-handed, grounds it to short for Gote, and the side is retired. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th. Folks, we'll take a break for about 2 or 3 minutes. I've got the time. I'm pushing it a little bit, but we're going to go for it. We are here at Sportsman's Park. Actually, it was called Busch Stadium, the first incarnation. We're watching history. The expansion Mets in their first regular season game ever. It is very humiliating. It's 7-4 New York Mets. Craig, the winner of record, Moorhead for the save. As we move to the bottom of the ninth, Moorhead has a 4.53 ERA. He had 0 saves. So it's an alternate history. We'll see if the Mets, the 62 Mets, show up. In fact, I think there was a story, Kathy, that they got a bunch of them, a handful of Mets, got stuck in an elevator prior to this game, but I could be wrong if it was this game or a different game. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth, 7-4 Mets, 1962 replay. This is April 11, 1969. I'll be right back. We're back at Busch Stadium. The Mets making history today. Bob Moorhead going for the save. He did allow 2 base hits, but got out of it in the 8th after back-to-back home runs for the Cards. It's 7-4, and the heart of the order. Julian leads it off. Casey Stengel pacing in the dugout, clapping his hands. Julian 0 for 4, reached on the error, scored on Musial's home run. Here's the windup, the pitch from Moorhead. That's 6-7, right-handed, grounds it to second X. A lot of X's today. Neal, 326. .326, 15-3. Neal gets to it, G1. E26, 357. And he throws him out. Nice play by Neal, 1 away. Here's Bill White, left-handed hitter. Moorhead gets the sign from Landreth. Here's the windup, the pitch to White. That's 5-6, left-handed, hit deep into the gap. It's dropping for a triple. Again, it was 5-6 left-handed, triple off of Moorhead. Joe Christopher coming in to play left field. Better late than never. Cannizzaro behind the plate. That's Casey Stengel. Little change there for the Mets. And I know it seems unusual, but, you know, we would imagine that they did this before the innings started. So Cannizzaro replaces Landreth, and Christopher comes out to replace Thomas, who's a 5 in left. Christopher. Okay. Here's Musial now. Infield back. 7-4 game, Moorhead. The pitch to Musial. 5-4, left-handed, walked him. He's got endurance, Moorhead, but there's action in the Mets bullpen. Ken Boyer, the tying run at the plate, just like that. Moorhead gets the sign from Cannizzaro. The pitch to Boyer. 6-6, right-handed, double 1-3. It's a base hit. That's going to be it for Moorhead. Musial goes to third. Coming out is Stengel. It was a 6-6, right-handed. For realism's sake, we take them out. At 8:30, I really have to get ready for going out today. It's now a 7-5 game. Let's see who's coming in. It's going to be Ken McKenzie, the left-hander. Unless I could find a right-hander who's a better hitter, better pitcher. Hold on. I don't think so. No. So far, no. Oh, Lord, this Mets team. Lord. Bob L. Miller is a right-hander. Maybe we would bring him in as long as he doesn't start soon. We have to check. There's a Sherman Jones who I don't have. He may be on another team. Yeah, it looks like Bob L. Miller. They have two Bob Millers, and they have the middle initials for both of them. Oh, Miller, 1-12, starts on the 21st. Boy, that's quite a ways with the schedule. We're going to use him. So Miller coming out to replace Moorhead. There is one out, so there's no save option. Bob L. Miller, a -2, and with Cannizzaro now, -3. So he's got a good hold. Miller taking his warm-ups. Minoso will come up. Minoso is the winning run at the plate. It's 7-5 Mets. Okay, Miller is ready. Miller is ready, Kathy Hart. She can hardly watch. Minoso 0 for 4. Miller from the stretch. Infield back for the game-ending double play. Here's the pitch. That's 4-10, right-handed. Grounds it to short. First and third. 2. It's Mantilla to Neal. Over to Hodges, double play, and the Mets win. Bob L. Miller got Minoso to ground into a game-ending double play. And the final here in St. Louis, New York Mets 7, St. Louis Cardinals 5. We'll have the happy recap in just a moment. Craig, 7 innings. Wait a minute. Yeah, Craig gets the win. Well, that just about does it for me here. I think I got everything right. Bob Murphy, my favorite announcer ever, JD. And what a game it was. New York Mets, 7 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. St. Louis Cardinals out hitting the Mets, but losing 5 runs, 12 hits, and 2 errors. It wasn't the prettiest game in the world. Oh, I got to finish Broglio here. Oh, 6, I'm sorry, 7. Look at Broglio. Whoa. 6 1/3. He actually came in. Oh, Lord, wait a minute. McDaniel, he came in. Yeah, McDaniel came in here. Yeah. Broglio, he allowed 2 runs. That was weird. Yeah, I think I got it right. Got all the runs batted in, and there was 1 run that I think was scored, yeah, here on Hodges reaching on the error. So there's the game. It's an alternate history. The Mets are tied for first place now in the National League. We're early on. It's April 11, and I enjoyed the game very much. It wasn't the prettiest win, but a W is a W. I'm back here live now. Thank you, Kathy. I got to jump in the shower. My son's calling. I'll catch you all later.